Conjuring, Only God Forgives. Wanna fight?
I have lost my first son.
It pains me to say this to you, as it would pain any mother.
If the tables were turned, your brother would have found your killer and brought me his head on a platter.
Nicholas Winding Refn, whatever, is back since Drive, and now he's doing Only God Forgives, starring Ryan Gosling again, so they're back with their little duo thing, and it follows Julian, who's played by Ryan Gosling, and his mom, played by Kristen Scott Thomas or something like that, and his brother has died, and now it's a revenge flick. His mom is like, okay, Julian, you've got to find this cop or this person who's done this and kill him. And that's as light as plot as I'm going to get. For one, it's really, really hard to describe this plot. That's like the basic form that I can give. And then, two, if I give away too much, I'll be giving away a lot. I'll be giving away pretty much the whole movie, because there's not really any twists or anything in the film. It's just a pretty standard movie when it comes to formula. People are divided with this film. It got booed at the Cannes Film Festival. People have hated this film so much. I've heard nothing but crap. And then I've also heard people say this movie is brilliant. Then I've heard very few reviews who are people in the middle. Some people loved it, or some people hate it. There were very few people in the middle, like I said. So going into it, I was like, I don't know what to think about this film. I haven't seen Drive. I know I need to go out and see it, and I probably will see it after seeing this movie, because I absolutely loved Only God Forgives. I'm a big fan of some of Terrence Malick's work. Now I know this is weird. I'm talking about Terrence Malick for a second. He can be very self-indulgent at times, but some of his films are beautifully crafted, and that's the way this film is. Nicholas Winding Refn has sort of this dreamlike film, but it's also got a pretty solid plot behind it. It's really artsy. It's sometimes self-indulgent, especially with some of the acting in the film, and it's not predictable, and like, it's really hard to put into words because the movie is very complicated. There's some dream sequences. What's Julian actually seeing and what he's not? What is he imagining? And throughout the movie, you're seeing these people, and you're like, what is going through their head? Because they're very melodramatic. Ryan Gosling pretty much has the same face in the whole movie, except for this one scene where he screams at this woman for like 2 seconds, and that's the most facial expression you get from the guy. He's very held back, but the thing is, people have talked about that, how he's very melodramatic in the film, but it didn't bother me. It is kind of annoying whenever there's something cool going on, but he's not doing anything. Like, he's just got a straight face, and I'm like, you can break your shell at this point. This is serious enough for you to just break your shell, and sometimes he does. There's one point at the end where he doesn't, and I was like, you probably should have done something there instead of staring at what's going on and not doing anything. Sometimes I just question why Ryan Gosling is taking this route of being this melodramatic. You know, he's always stern looking, no emotions. He's always quiet, but he's still violent at the same time. If you've seen the trailer, you know what I mean, because the only words he says in the trailer is "want to fight," and he does have some more lines in this movie, but it's still very, very, very limited. It's pretty much like the role he did in Drive, where he doesn't say much, but he's still got some violence in him. He's had a past, and his insides are pretty much messed up. Not literally, but like emotion-wise, he's scarred, and maybe that's why he's like this. Maybe that's why he's like he's seen things that have like just completely changed his life, and he comes from a rocky past. You meet his mom, played by Kristen Thomas, and she's definitely weird. There's some incest going on. You're not sure what's going on, but there is something going on between the mother and these two sons. Like I said, Julian's brother dies, and he's trying to find the killer. The mom's also trying to find the killer, but it seems like the mom is more cared. She cares more about the death than Julian does, because Julian really didn't. It seems like he really doesn't care, but the mom does. Like, she's like, you've got to find him. If this was the other way around, he would do it for you, so do it for him. And then he meets some lovers, and the movie it goes in all these different routes in different directions. But why I love this film so much is it felt like an old foreign movie that's over the top with the violence. Not really over the top, but like very, very gory. It's not like there's one torture scene in the film that was pretty well done. It wasn't long, and it's very jarring. And the cop that killed the brother is very menacing. This guy is like, he walks slow for some reason. I don't know. A lot of the people in the movie just walk slow, and they're just very dramatic with their role. The cop who killed Julian's brother is so menacing. He's a great villain, and sometimes you wonder who's really the villain. None of these people are very good. They're all pretty shady. I loved how it felt really like it didn't feel like an American-made film. It felt like a foreign movie. You know, it is sometimes, sometimes people are speaking in different languages, and sometimes people are speaking in English, and it plays around with that. But I think Nicholas Winding Refn was trying to make it feel like a foreign movie, and I really liked it. I had a good time with it. Yeah, some of the performances are like, that's not, I don't really buy some of the stuff. It took me out of the movie, with the way these people were acting. I was like, no one would act like that in real life. The mom, Ryan Gosling, and which is Julian, and the cop are all very, very serious and very held back. They barely say anything in the movie. The mom says the most out of all three, but they're all pretty much like held back. And there's a fight scene at the end, well, towards the end, that was really cool and well choreographed. But overall, I had a fun time with it. I thought the plot lacked a little bit. I thought some of the characters were sort of watered down. But watching the movie, the movie looks great. Nicholas Winding Refn did a great job with the camera work. There's a lot of red, there's a lot of blue, a lot of different colors in the film, and the camera work, like I said, was great. And overall, I enjoyed watching what was going on. I really didn't care about the plot that much. I know I sound like I don't like this movie, but I did care about the plot. I'll take that back. I did care about the plot, but I was more interested in, wow, this looks great. This movie looks very, very, it's got an artistic vibe. It's like watching a painting. And while the movie can be self-indulgent at times, I thought that violence was well done. I thought overall the tone had me in. I really liked the tone of this film, and Only God Forgives did impress me a lot, more than I thought it would, considering most of the people that I've heard hated it. I haven't seen Drive. Maybe that's why I like it more. Maybe people love Drive so much, their expectations were so high for this film that Only God Forgives really disappointed them. I know it was booed at the Cannes Film Festival, but overall, I really had a fun time with it. I'm going 4.25, 4.25 for Only God Forgives. I can't wait to see what Nicholas Winding Refn does next. I don't know about if I see Drive. Maybe I'll be like, maybe I understand why people don't like this movie as much as I do, because Drive was so good. I didn't see it, but people hold it like high on a pedestal. They love that movie. Maybe this one just disappointed them a little bit more. But overall, what did you guys think of Only God Forgives? Have you seen it? Are you excited to see it? Give me your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think Ryan Gosling needs to stop doing it?
You want to fight?